Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the New York Yankees. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shammy. And Chris, a guy that's been having a huge impact for this team all year, Brett Myers, leads the team in OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug and basically make things happen for them offensively.
Just a machine in terms of production at the plate. He'll take his walks, he'll barrel up the baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gaps, he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher. Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's one away.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with two strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Jose Fermin stands in now and watches strike one. Fried, a tall lefty, 31 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. The pitch. Strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Nolan Arenado in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. They say it went.
0-2 is the count.
2 outs, base is empty. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Two outs. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, and starting this one, Andre Palante. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo.
There's a swing and a drive. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch.
Batting second.
And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, he's been a very consistent performer this year. And, man, when you look up and you're in the top 5 in batting average in the American League, tell you what, that raises your level of confidence to keep it going and try to finish in that picture or maybe at the very top.
Down.
He's been spraying the balls all over the yard. We're going to keep our eyes on him in this one.
1 out, base is empty. That's in there. And the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed. Pitch is in there. It's 2-2.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Brett Myers, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Just missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Right side. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. End of one, and we're still scoreless. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, new inning getting started. Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. As the lefty gets to work. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Freed, a former Gold Glove winner, he features a four-seam fastball, a curve, a sinker, a changeup, and he works in a slider. And a liner around into right center for a base hit.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Kyle Manzardo next up for the Cardinals. And a foul ball. Nootbaar gets his lead at first with nobody out.
1-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. And the runner stays where he is. And strike two.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
The 1-2. And a good eye there.
It's a good take.
Kicks and fires. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. One gone here.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. And there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Brendan Donovan in the box now. No balls and a strike. Man at first, one away. Got him. That's the second out.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Jordan Walker stands in now and watches strike one. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The Cards leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in New York, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. That clips a corner.
0-1's the count.
And that's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
And a pitch. On the ground to third. Jump throw. And Guerrero is set down.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Cody.
My goodness, Chris, he had to generate a ton of power in that jump throw for the out. Let's take another look and dive into the numbers from StatCast.
Man, that's an impressive throw right there. In the air, all the way from third base. You've got to have a powerful arm to play third base, but he just showed he's got more than enough. He's got a cannon.
Cody Bellinger stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Second inning here, no score. Fastball for a strike.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Righty to the plate. Way upstairs. The count now 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
One down, base is empty.
Helpful.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that one is lifted in the air. Scott makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting 6, the right fielder, Aaron.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Just off the inside edge. And ball 4, and Judge takes his walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And now Austin Wells boots it, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. Now up for St. Louis, Lucan Baker. Free, back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And there's a ball.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Got it by him for the K.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. That's towards center. Bellinger drifts towards it. And he makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs.
The center fielder,
so the lineup flips over.
Victor.
And now the center fielder, Victor Scott. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That one in there across the letters. He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. On the ground to first, and it's through for a hit.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and he'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. The 0-2. Got him swinging. So 1 hit is all they get. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. No score. Back in the Bronx as we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. Fouled off. He was late.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
That one is upstairs. In for a strike. 1-2. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. And another ball. Next offering upstairs. This one smashed down the right field line. And it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Now it's the second baseman. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. Man at second.
Yep, that ball went out.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one wrapped foul. Left-hand batter waits. Inside, just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
And in the back of his mind, he's got to be thinking about home run number 300. He's sitting on 299 right now.
Line drive, base hit. Around third. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in.
Well done. Drives in the run. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
1 down. Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Palante picks over.
reset.
Lindor back in there. At the belt and fires.
Ball.
That misses. 2-0.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back
That's
into
ball
this
three.
at bat.
And that one a little bit high. That's a strike, and the count is 3-1.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there. And as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
And here it comes. And the slider catches the zone.
Wow, just a beautiful
Okay.
backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolute.
That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Man at second with one away. And up next for New York, Brett Myers. Grounded out his first time up. Off the mark
outside.
there. And that's ball one. Down and in, moved his feet. Good hitters count the 2-0. Swinging a foul straight back. That
Three
one
balls,
missed.
one strike.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
And he walked
That's
him.
outside. Ball four.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box.
Now
You can
batting,
see it right
first
there with
baseman.
such tight plate discipline.
Vladimir.
So one out with two aboard. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. Rolled to short, could be two. Fermin over to
out.
second, and that's
Got
two. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to inning number 4. It's the Yankees 2 and the Cardinals nothing. On to the fourth,
Leading off for the
and
Cardinals,
stepping in for the Cardinals,
the third baseman,
Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Nolan
That's a ball.
Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive
Ball.
third basemen of all time.
2 balls, no strikes.
Just missed. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman at El Toro High School in California. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Leading off for the Cardinals.
Next to hit,
The
Lars
left fielder.
Nootbaar.
Lars
1 for 1 with a single so
Nootbaar.
far. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Here comes a pitch. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that ball is gone. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 2-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Kyle Manzardo next up for the Cardinals. That one to first. He steps on the bag, 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track
Now
after the
batting,
homer.
The second baseman,
And up next for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. Donovan goes 6'1", 210 pounds. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. Swings through that one.
2 strikes.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Reaching for it and brings it in. So digging in, Jordan Walker. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled, and that is that. 2 runs for St. Louis on this blast. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. And we're back, ready to go, bottom 4. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Foul ball there.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And the 0-2. That one missing inside.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
2 balls.
Next one in the dirt. Wouldn't chase that time. Three and 2 now. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Leading off for the
Here comes Aaron Judge. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. Outside. Ball 1. Runner at first with no outs here. Bellinger goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and he's out.
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference between being safe and out.
One down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Got him looking. And 2 away now.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else, and you can't pull the trigger.
Wells in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. That's outside. Now 2-0. 2 outs. And that one missing low.
3 balls, no strikes.
And that is in for a strike. And the count is 3-1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Scott going back. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. We'll head to the 5th. Tied at 2. Back at Yankee Stadium, top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Luken Baker. The pitch. 0-1.
You know, these Cards just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
The 0-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now the Cardinals catcher, Pedro Pajes. Fastball for a strike. Baker gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Kicks and deals. In the air, left field, Myers. Settles underneath it, and out number 1 on the grab.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That one fouled off.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Touches the bag for 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. We are tied 2-2. Zach Thompson comes on now.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. The pitch. And he grounds one back up the middle in plenty of time to first. 1 up, 1 down.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Line drive, base hit down the line. So now back to the top of the order.
Wastes no time there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Lindor up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. That's in there, and the count 1-1. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Matthew Liberatore preparing to come on if needed. That catches the corner.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him. Now 2 out.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Now up as the Yankees DH, Juan Soto. 1 for 2. Fought off foul. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Two outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And ball 1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. And a swing and a miss. And that is that. 1 left for the Yankees. Score remains 2-2. Back now in the Bronx. Top of the 6th inning. Now up for St. Louis. Jose Fermin. Free back to work. Right through there for a strike. and a bunt towards third. Fires over to Guerrero. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Arenado, batting with one down, takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Next offering is in for a strike.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
The 0-2. Ball one there.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. Nootbaar having a lot more success on the road this season. Two down, nobody on. Late swing, foul to the left. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Nothing across here this half. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. We are tied 2-2. Bottom of the sixth inning. Now it's the power speed combo. Brett Myers.
For the Yankees, the left fielder, Brett Myers.
And the pitch. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1.
Movement in the bullpen. Matthew Liberatore up and loosening in the pen. And there's a foul ball. The pitch. Not even close there. And that's ball one.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So up next, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Sliced hard but foul. All tied up here in the bottom of the sixth. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody.
One gone, runner at
Bellinger.
first. Here's Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1. One ball, one
in
strike.
the dirt. Oh, he throws it away. Wild pitch and into second, moves the go-ahead run.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
The lefty ready and a 1-1.
2 balls.
And another ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that's in for a strike. Guerrero leads off second with one gone in the inning. And that just misses.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
First and second, 1 out. Now here is Aaron Judge. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That misses the zone. Now 3-1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Austin Wells on deck for the Yankees. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Wells really thriving with the bat this season here at home. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And he deals. And a count 1-2. And now the lefty knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1-2 here.
Ball 2.
1 out, bases full.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable.
Now this one's well hit. Way back there. On its way and out of here. Grand slam. Home run number 20 on the year, and they slide in front in the 6th. It's 6-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Matthew Liberatore on a pitch out of the pen here.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
1 down. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. That one in the dirt. Ball 1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Out to short. Throws to first in time.
Now batting, number 14.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman. First pitch misses. And another ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And fires in a fastball at 95. Lined, and that's a base hit. Keeps the inning alive, and now Francisco Lindor to the plate.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
The 1-0. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Juan Soto waiting to hit for the Yankees. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in a scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
In now is the Yankees DH, Juan Soto. This is again 5 in a row. First and second, 2 down. And that's outside. And that's ball 2. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
A little bit low. Brett Myers in the on-deck circle. 2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. He'll score easily. And the lead is up to 5. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So 2 down. Brett Myers stepping in now for the Yankees. There's the strike. Lindor, the runner at third. Soto on at first with 2 down. That missed by a lot. Now 1 and 2. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. 7th inning coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Cardinals 2. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the DH, Kyle Manzardo. The wind and the pitch. Line drive, knocks it down. Now the throw to first on the run, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
Oh, you can tell he was sniffing that hit all the way. Great hustle getting down the line. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So a man aboard. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
He's been swinging it really well lately. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Now let's see if they can string something together. Make it a little more interesting.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of breaking his pitches even when he's running a little low in the tank. He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Ripped on a line. And base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. And a pitch. To third. Base hit. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. He's in there. It's 7-4.
Couple of singles back to back. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. And fouled off. With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball 1.
That one close, ruled the ball. And now it's even 1-1. Fought off foul. The tying run at the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2. On the ground, right side. And he can't come up with it.
Safe.
Now batting, shortstop, Jose Fermin.
So bases loaded with 1 away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Jose Fermin.
Ball 1.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. And the 1-0.
Ball inside.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Now this is in the air down the line. Myers drifts towards it. Squeezes it. Runner tags for home. Safe. He beats the tag. And it's now a 2-run game.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
So first and second with 2 outs. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado. And that's the 3rd out. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Yankees 7 and the Redbirds 5. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Thompson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where
Thompson.
it is.
And here it comes. Oh, he gloves it, fires to first, and he'll be safe at first.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
Bellinger up to hit. And a foul ball. Thompson, in his 7th season, he features a sinker, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Nope.
Good eye in that spot.
1-1.
Guerrero on at first, nobody out. And now 2-1. And the right-hander deals. Base hit, center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
All over that one right there. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Here is Aaron Judge. And there's a strike on the outside corner. First and second, no outs. Here the bottom of the 7th. On the ground, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. He's had one of, if not the biggest swings of the game. Put 4 up on the board with a grand slam in the 6th.
Yeah, Boog, it's every player's dream to blast one out. When you step up to the plate, the bases are loaded, the crowd is buzzing, and when you connect, especially in a close game, man, you're just buzzing even after you round the bases.
And that one fouled off. Two outs. And that's outside. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And down on strikes he goes. And that is that. A hit and an error in the inning, but they fail to score. 8th inning coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Redbirds 5. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jake Cousins.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Newbar at the plate now. That's ball 1. Lifted in the air, right center field. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Kyle Manzardo. Next up for the Cardinals. Swings and misses. Strike 1. More numbers retired and more world championships than any other franchise. The impact the Yankees have had on baseball really second to none. And you come here to this yard and it's all on display. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
2 outs, base is empty. Brendan Donovan getting ready to hit. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. I think you could make a pretty strong case that the most famous sports name in the world is the New York Yankees. It's the franchise that resonates across the globe, probably more than... Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Tattooed and gone. He leaves the yard to right. It's 7-6.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
That one fouled off. That misses off the outside edge.
And that Yankee hat, I mean, it's all over the place. Moms at the supermarket, music videos. You just look and you're going to see one just about every day. But to wear that hat for real on the field, something that's very special.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. High fly ball out into left center field. Bellinger right there to make the grab. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 7-6 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. JoJo Romero.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep. season, you usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
The pitch. Cabrera leading things off and takes a strike. And the pitch. And downstairs. And that one almost got him. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a pitch. Backed off the plate that time. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't off. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Jazz Chisholm Jr. A runner at first for him, nobody out. Strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss. Low throw, and he can't dig it out. Cabrera into scoring position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility. Here's Francisco Lindor. He's on the verge of a milestone. His next home run will be the 300th of his career. Lindor swings through that one.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Now 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. Right through there for a strike. 1 out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And another ball. At the belt and fires. And there's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So first and second with 1 gone. Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. And a foul ball. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Tapped softly to the right side. Good feed. That's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. Through 8 full, it's the Yankees 7 and the Cardinals 6. So remaining in the game defensively, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He entered the game to pinch hit and now man second base.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Here comes Emmanuel Clase out of the bullpen.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
And that one fouled off. Hit on the ground to the right side. Chisholm. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
And now here is Pedro Pajes. 1 for 3. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Brings it in. And there are 2 down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Scott in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. On a line, base hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Fermin in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving. The walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
Lifted to left, and this should do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees strand the tying run on base to win it.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
1-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score